Hey, you guys. Happy Tuesday. We're about to do an Elevate client panel and open chat. So, this should be fun. And I'm going to have two of my Elevate girls on here with me. So, I'm excited for this. Hello, there she is. There they are. Hey, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. Right? Let me see. Oh, I don't know what just happened. Okay. There's my girl. You know I'm always gonna throw you into something, Denisha.
Always.
There's
Tanisha,
my
I was so
girl.
excited when I heard that you were coming. I was
We're
She just
just
sprung it
on
on
you.
me. I was like, do you really need me?
like, yeah,
Yes. The answer is yes. I always need you, Denisha. Don't do me like that.
you know how the
Okay,
song
what's up?
goes. And
What's
the
up,
answer is
girls?
yes.
How y'all feeling?
I feel good.
Let's talk. Listen, this could be Denisha, this is gonna be fun. You have so much to add. Kim has so much to add. There's nothing to be nervous about. So if you guys are joining the live, say hey. Say hey. Give us some love in the comments, y'all. Okay,
We
because
love,
my
love,
girls,
love.
give us some love. Hype us up a little bit. So we're gonna do just like an open chat about Elevate and your experience and all the things. These are two of my girls. Just super proud of the work that they're doing. Thank you for the love. See, they're showing y'all love. Look, they're showing y'all love already. Very
Thank you.
cool. Very cool. So, okay, ladies, introduce yourself. Tell the people what you do and what your niche is, and just give them a little intro about all the things. Whoever wants to go first. Kim, go first. Kim, go first.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Kim. I am the owner and photographer of Capture the Moments Photography. I specialize in family, wedding, and lifestyle photography services in the DC DMV area.
Very nice. Happy to have you here, Kim. Okay, Denisha.
I'm Denisha. I specialize in women portraits, so I'm all about celebrating women on their journey where they are. And I also do branding and design
Very cool. Very
in
cool.
Louisville,
So
Kentucky.
yes, I was about to say. So Denisha's in Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you for putting that on there. Denisha's in Louisville, Kentucky. You guys holler at her. She has an amazing studio. She is a top-notch photographer and designer. Okay, don't sleep on my girl. It is giving A1 quality, the best in Louisville. I can say that hands down. And Kim is in the DMV. Such a bright light. My pink girly, listen, does such beautiful photos for the weddings and the families. I'm just loving. I have just absolutely love working with y'all. Y'all know that my joy is just like radiating. So thank you so much for joining me. I want you guys just to like talk a little bit, and whoever wants to start, tell their story, but like how you connected with me, because each one of y'all connected with me a little bit differently. How we kind of just came into each other's world and into each other's life. Um, let's start there. So whoever wants to go.
For me, I was just like watching a page because I knew I needed a mentor to help me get to the next level of what I was trying to reach. And I wasn't in, like, I didn't have a mentor. Like I was no longer in our program. So I just knew I needed something to help me take to the next level. But I also was kind of cautious just because like you see things and sometimes people don't show up as who they are on social media. So like I was watching your page for a while, and then that's when you offered a stout shoot out in Vegas during the week of WPPI. So I didn't even attend WPPI. I
You
went
pulled
down
up
there
on us.
to Vegas for the stout shoot. At that time, I was still shooting weddings, so it was perfect. So I was adding that to my portfolio, and I was like, okay, let me see if this is like she's who she say she is. And then I was like, it was history after that. It was like, yeah, I'm signing up. Like, even if I don't get it, I'm gonna make a way because it's an investment. But it was like best investment for my business.
Yeah, so I want to real quick. I want to ask you, how did you know that you needed help? How did you know that you needed some like help and mentorship to get to the next level?
For me, I mean, it was more like I knew, like as far as I was good on the retouching the photos, but I felt like I needed more help and guidance when it came to the business side of running my business the correct way.
Yeah, yeah, no, 1,000%. I think one of the biggest things, we'll get there, but off break, you were like, "How do I get the clarity?" Like you keep talking about clarity, you keep talking about clarity, baby, make it clear, you know. And so that's one thing. It's giving crystal clear
Crystal
now.
clear,
Um,
baby.
Crystal clear, as clear as a glass of water, honey. We can see right through it. So that has been really, really fun. Okay, cool. Kim, you want to talk about how we connected?
It goes down in the DMs.
Yes, it does.
It
Yes, it
does, and it
does.
did. Yeah, so given that we are from the same area, we kind of live in the same like social media world, sharing lots of mutual followers, whether that be just consumers, photographers, other industry providers. So I followed you for some time, and I honestly forget who DM'd who first, how it went down.
All right.
I was just like, I like her work, and then once I saw you were hosting something related to mentorship, I was like, okay, maybe it's time. I was a little apprehensive because like I was in grad school. It was either fresh out of the pandemic or something like in close proximity. So money was definitely tight. I'm
Yeah.
on a teacher salary and I was like, oh no, oh no. But I think once we did like that initial call, I am definitely a feeler of energy and of great discernment. And I just felt like God was like, it's okay, do it. I got you. And his word didn't return void. I'm
Love
very glad
that.
that I made that investment. It's crazy today, before we got on this, I was just thinking of how much got accomplished since joining Elevate. And I was like, I don't know what the hell I would have done had I not. Like, what would I have been doing 2 years ago if I didn't, make that decision? So, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I want you to talk a little bit about what you were thinking about. What was some of the things that have stuck out? So all the things that we've done. What is like what's sticking out the top of your mind of what you've gotten accomplished since being in Elevate?
I'm more organized.
Woo!
I feel like I had so many, because I juggle a lot, doing full time, like actual having a full time job and then doing my business. It was just like too many things, not knowing where the heck they
Yeah.
belonged.
Yeah.
And so I think Elevate has provided me this space to put everything in its proper place.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't someone who really believed it mattered having a schedule in my business. And it's actually crazy. Today I was just talking to somebody about how happy I am to now have a set. I mean, obviously I have a set schedule at work, but I didn't really have one in my business. So
Yeah.
having a set day that I dedicate to just marketing, having a set day that I dedicate to just client calls, I don't really have a set day for edits, but I have certain days that I do more heavy editing than others.
Yeah.
So just having that, having systems in place so that I don't have to sit at my computer all the
Yeah.
time, and learning what systems to utilize so that I can get my time back. One, to just work on building my craft and just resting as an entrepreneur. Those are the big things that are sticking out now. I'm sure there's thousands of other things I could say, but that was the first thing that came up.
Absolutely, absolutely. I would also say finding your niche or
Yes.
like even like coming to terms with okay. So, there are a specific group of people that I like to serve and there are specific reasons why you like to serve them and how you like
Mm-hmm.
to serve them and really kind of coming up with pricing and messaging and just like the whole marketing to them and really in a sense like naming your niche, not finding it but being confident in naming those genres
Yes.
was something too
Yes.
for sure.
For sure.
Okay, cool, I love that. Okay, Denisha, I want you to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that we got to do, some just stuff that's like top of mind that you're like, yes, this is what we got to work on heavily and elevate.
Um, Definitely the being confident in the niche part. I think it was like my biggest struggles.
Yeah.
So while I knew like I shoot good, I could retouch all the things I struggled with, like pricing, because it's like you want to appeal to these people, but then it's like
Yeah.
struggling saying your pricing at times, like because you want to like include like because for me I do it full time, so it's like I still need to make money because I got bills to pay, but it's also like don't sell yourself short. And
Yes.
really understanding messaging and talking to my clients because
Mhm.
it is people out there that's gonna pay your price, and like it's people that are upset with my price, and there's people that charge more than me, so it's about like really finding that confidence and just standing on it, and like mindset shift, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will.
Yes.
But I feel like for a long time, it was like I was feel like I was getting tired of, like, man, I'm not gonna keep explaining why my work is this, or my work look better than they plan. Like, it was just more mindset shift and changing my message totally.
Yes, yeah, no, 1,000%. And so I love having both of you all on here because you all like both photographers, but like different kind of genres, like kind of different approaches. And I think that that speaks to the space that Elevate is. Like, you don't have to be a certain genre of photographer, or you don't have to be, like Kim is a teacher and is doing it, has a 9 to 5 and is running the business. Denisha's full time and has a content studio. You know what I mean? So it's like both come with their both different challenges and different things that we work on, but all like in that we worked it out and we just done some incredible work. Denisha, I want to speak to, what I'm about to say. I want to speak. Yes, confidence, and the confidence. We've had a lot of crying sessions. I'm just so proud for literally. I say this with my whole heart. Y'all know I mean this. I'm so proud of both y'all because like you truly have blossomed into a confident CEO. You know what I'm saying? Feeling good about your work, feeling good about your uniqueness, knowing how to speak to it, and knowing how to show up. And one thing, like I point out with Denisha, is one thing we also did was really create an amazing offer for her design and photography, and like an offer that sells. Okay, it is a nice 4-figure offer that sells, and not only that, she delivers the most incredible work for her clients, and like you can just see the transformation. Like the before and afters are just not, you can't touch it. And so I'm just so proud of that work. I'm proud of, Denisha getting on camera, on video, putting out her own things and telling her story, and really just being able to know, like, hey, I'm showing up for my audience. I'm showing up for the people that really need this. And I'm speaking to my own experience because I think that that is a big piece, that authenticity, right? That being personal in your personal brand and like figuring out how it works for you is just like has been one of my favorite things to witness from both of you all. Is just to watch y'all just like blossom into the creative and the business owner that you are. So I'm super proud. So I'm gonna take a quick minute because I have to. I'm having a webinar, you all. The webinar is in 2 days. Okay, so you can head to the link in my bio, you can sign up. It's called Perfectly Packaged for Six Figures and Beyond. It's totally free, and I'm going to be teaching pro photographers how to position their personality, the processes, and the pricing structure that they need to have and implement in their business to get to that 6-figure mark and beyond. Or maybe you want to make your first 25, 50, 75K, whatever your goals are. Listen, we get it done over here in the Elevate world. And I'm just so happy that these two actually did not turn me down and are joining me on the live to talk about their experience. So I want you all to share maybe what had like, first of all, both of them have done podcast episodes. So if y'all, if you search the Ray Whitney podcast, I have an episode for both of them sharing their story in more detail. Great conversation. So definitely check that out. But I want you all to talk a little bit about, maybe what your favorite part of Elevate was. Like what has been just the part that you just have enjoyed, when you were in Elevate. Denisha, you could start and then Kim could go.
I would say like having a coach that cares, and not feeling like you're just a number. Um, it's like super hands on. So um, I feel like that's what I needed.
Yeah.
Um, um, try not to say the right words, but I
No,
would say
yeah.
that's the biggest thing. Like, be careful what I say, but I think it's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think. So, I know you and I already know where you're going, but sometimes people have other experiences with programs, or whether you bought a course or you've done a little this or you've done that. Like, I think that sometimes on the internet, like you spoke to, you just don't know if people are really going to be who they show up as
Hmm.
in real life, like behind the scenes. Like, am I going to get really locked in or whatever. And when you said that on the podcast episode, that having a coach take care, girl, I almost, it just almost brought the tears, because like that, to me, that's so important. Like, I vow that I've had bad coaching experiences too, and I vow to never be that type of person to my people. And care and integrity are my core values, and like, if people work with me, I'm just as locked in as you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna stay on your neck. I'm gonna, put the heat to your feet, you know what I'm saying. Like, we're gonna really do work here. It's fun, we have a great time, great community, but you also are going to be stretched and challenged a lot, time and time and time again. And so I just love that you said that, Denisha. It just means so much to me.
and
It really
and I
does.
would say, like, just having a coach not try to force you to be something you're not, right? So another thing for
Yes.
me is, like, always people like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this, you need to need you down. And, like, I feel like for so long, like, everybody's trying to put me in a box. And I told you that from the beginning, that was one of my struggles, because I felt like I could shoot whatever, but I had a style and look of what I shot. So it all went with Denisha McCauley Photography. And I
Yes.
think, like, you helped me with that aspect too, because it was like something I battled constantly. Like, should I be shooting this? Should I be shooting that?
Yes.
And that was really something that stuck out as well.
Yeah, we built your own box. We built the Denisha McCauley box up, and we can still build that. And that's my thing. It's like, this is your business. Like, I truly believe everybody needs to enjoy the people that we serve and the services that we offer. And we need to feel good about the prices in which we offer them services for, because I don't like, only we know how much we put into it. Only we know, like, the dedication, the sacrifice, the work, all the things. And like, there's a magic that happens as creatives, especially as photographers. It's an energy. Like, when the energy is good, man, we are in our bag. Like, we can just really create something just like phenomenal, out of this world, and just really feed off the energy of our clients. But when the energy is bad, when it does not feel an alignment, and people don't respect your style or trust your vision or whatever, it's just, you really get stalled as a creative. And that is just a horrible place to feel, to be in, when you're trying to create for a client. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe in like a one box type of thing for photographers. Like, we're building whatever the box you want to build. Maybe the day you want to step outside that box and do something different, we can. But I think it's really more so about strategy. It's about intentionality, and also just energetically feeling really good about what we come up with, so that when you show up and you talk to people about it, people can feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can absolutely feel that. So, um, I love that. Okay, Kim, you want to share what has been your favorite thing about Elevate?
Yeah. It's really, really hard to narrow down. So I think anything that I would say, if we had the unlimited time in the world, is just having somebody to get you all the way together. I came in with so many things that I thought were working in my business that were not. I had so many thoughts of thinking that I was an expert in certain scenarios when I was not. And so having a coach to lovingly get you together. And I said this before, I think on our podcast episode, but you do a great job at putting attention to each of one of us
Hmm.
equally. I have never felt like, Dag, I need help with this, but like I can't ask Ray because she's like working with so and so and she's working with this person. I think just knowing that whenever I need something, that you're available. And obviously I respect, like, the boundaries and the balance and all that stuff, but just in the stance of, I don't feel like any question is dumb, or that you're not gonna stop, and take the time to actually read messages. Like, I just feel like sometimes a mentorship, like Denisha said, if you had a bad experience, it could make you a little skeptical. and really feeling that somebody actually cares, right? I mean, you pay this person to help you. Okay, now it's time for them to put the money where their mouth is, and what if they don't?
Mm-hmm.
So I think my favorite part has been just knowing that my investment was not wasted. I love one, just having a dope coach, but also being surrounded by other amazing women. I've learned a lot from even just working with
Yeah, round out.
Denisha close
Sorry.
by and other people in the program who are equally skilled in various ways. And so being able to just sharpen our skill sets collectively week
Yeah.
after week when we come together, I think that is just top notch. Obviously, we learn so much from you as our coach, but we learn so much from each other.
Yeah.
So I just love having that village and just that community.
Yeah. Yeah, 1,000%, 1,000%. And Kim, like for you, like you've been doing photography for a while. You know what I
Very long
mean? Like
time.
you started in high school, and and it's so funny. I like remember bits and pieces of our first like one-on-one call, and you were like, I don't really need a lot of help. Like I just like pretty much have everything together, but like I just need a little bit of this and like a little bit of that. And I was just like, okay, okay, all right, let's, I'm where you are. I'm with you. And then when we started to work, it's not, you had the bits and pieces, but like you said, organizationally, some pricing things, even like messaging and content. I always
Yeah,
joke with you and remind you of you used to send me every post, every
yeah.
repost. Okay. Every post, every caption, every carousel, it didn't matter. It was going to be sent to me in Slack. Okay. And I was going to review it. And until you got to a place where it's like you feel, now look at you, now you got you're planning your content, you're pushing your own self, with your own goals that you have, and just like having that clarity. So I love that.
Yeah. I enjoy it here. I think also we're just a good, fun group too. I feel like sometimes programs can feel really, really stuffy, and I do a lot. I have a very busy life, so I like that I'm able to say I actually look forward to our calls. It doesn't just feel like, oh, I had a long day of work and now I got to do this, and it really just feels like a release
Yeah.
and like that little sweet piece of safe haven in the entrepreneurship world. Um, I enjoy
I
it.
love that. I do too. I look forward to it too. So much so we have a call today. Okay. And so
Yes.
I want to be mindful of the time because we'll get on here and we'll really chit chat about all the things. But I want you guys to talk, like, think about one thing
Okay.
that you are most proud of. You are most proud of yourself that you've done within the work that we got to do together. What's the one thing? I know there could be a myriad of
Oh,
things,
I'm
but if there's
ready.
one thing, go ahead, Kim. What you
Oh, baby,
say?
I'm
Let's
ready. I
go.
did a whole rebrand.
You did a whole girl,
The
yes,
brand got an entire facelift.
and entire yes,
Pricing, packaging, website, email
ooh, yes,
lists, invoices. Like we just gutted in that baby, and
totally
yeah, so that's mine. That
different.
was kind of easy.
Yes. Yes, yes, y'all go look at the website. If you are watching this live, once we get off here, or maybe you're watching the replay later on, whatever, go look at Kim's website. Matter of fact, look at both of their websites. Cause
Yes,
what? Cause I can't leave our girl out,
Mine,
right?
mine
I can't leave her.
this
is
is
change.
cold.
Mine is changing again. Don't go look at mine right now.
No, go look at it. Cause even when it changes, it's still, even as it is, it's still amazing and still bomb. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Denisha,
But
everything you touch prospers. It's crazy,
it's so
actually.
Thank
good.
you.
It's
Uh,
so good. It's so good. Man, I get to work with superstars and I love that
Literally.
so much. So, Kim, the rebrand, yes. Yes. And it's so good. It's beautiful. It's clear. It's straight to the point. It's you. It's pink. It's lively. It just has everything that is like the front facing marketing piece. It just looks so phenomenal. So I love that you said that. I love that. Okay, Zanisha, what's your one thing that you're super proud of?
I felt it helped me like get clear on my purpose. I feel like I'm locked in and I know who my ideal audience is and my messaging. So like for me, like just tapping in and like even like with this align with therapy, like literally help me understand why I do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, like women portraits are big. So like and celebrate women where they are because I know what it feel like not to be.
Yeah.
And I'll
Yeah.
go more into that. So I have things aligned with with that. So that would be mine's, like locking in on my purpose, my ideal audience, all those
Yeah.
things. So now everything is falling in place. So I just feel like everything's aligned, and my messaging, everything goes to the woman.
Yes, to the woman to celebrate her. I love that so much. Do you want to talk about a little bit of like how y'all like because you kind of touched on it just now, Denisha, and you said I'll go into that, but a little bit about your like the purpose and why you do what you do as a photographer. Because I think purpose work is should be in alignment. It absolutely should be in alignment with this work.
So for me, it's big on like just celebrating women, and I understand like what women feel like when they don't feel confident, because you always hear the different excuses of why, and price isn't even always the reason why people can't book you. Like some people just intimidated by cameras, they feel like they need to lose weight, it'd be so many things that I hear
Mm-hmm.
from women. So like I let them know, as a woman I get it, because I done went through weight gain, weight loss. Like I'm on a whole fitness journey right
Mm-hmm.
now. And then just being a wife and a mother, struggling uh, with balance and having time for yourself. And you lose yourself sometime as a woman because we do so many things. So that's like literally my messaging, and how, and it's real life, and it's like not me just doing this because I feel like I see other people doing it and make money. Like it's literally like I feel like it's my purpose. So when people come to my studio, it's more than photos. It's about a whole experience. Like from the time they get in there to the time they leave, and I deliver their photos. Like so when they get their pictures, they feel like they belong in a magazine, and that's always them, that experience, and
Yeah.
for them to feel confident when they leave.
Yes. Yes, yes. And like I love Denisha, have now like you talk about your story. You are like you have videos and you know what I'm saying? Like just to see that man. It's so and but people love it. Do they not love it?
I do. I have people in my inbox telling me all the things and how I help them, inspire them, keep going, keep putting out the content. And that's one of the biggest things too, because I didn't ever want to be on camera. I didn't want to take pictures.
No.
So this is like a whole new lane and ball game. But my clients
And
love it.
oh, we didn't even talk about this, Denisha. We actually also worked on your some mentoring and coaching stuff for you as well.
And I do have them. And it's so funny because I was torn at first, because it's just like, again, we everybody have different experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I was just, it kind of kept me scared from doing it. And then I'm like, oh, nobody don't want to learn from me, or they don't want to. But then it's like literally having other photographers in my inbox, like out the country. I got different photographers right now, and I talk to that's from like out the country, different states. And for a minute, I just felt like people out of state gave me more love, if we're honest. And so it kind of kept me from wanting to do it. But then it's like I hosted my first lighting workshop, and then it's like stuff started picking up, and I had like kind of tested the mentorship. Well, technically, I trained my husband first, because he was my second shooter when we was doing
Yeah.
weddings, and like
Yeah.
I can let him shoot anything if I wasn't there. Like I was sick and I needed him to go shoot, I can trust him 100% to go deliver what I needed him to deliver. But
Love
then
that.
after that, and I started this mentorship, and I talked to you about it, I did open it up. So now I have two people that completed it, and I think I have three current mentees, and well, I had three people that completed it, and I have three current, and I just had somebody else sign up.
I
So
love it. Come on, sign up. Listen, so if you are in the Louisville area, maybe you're not even in the Louisville area, but you want to learn studio light and retouching and just like lighting setups, whether it's one light, two light, three light, listen, hit Denisha up,
yeah,
okay?
I'm more
Because
hands on. I'm more hands on.
very hands on. Yep.
So that's my
Yeah, go ahead.
specialty. No, I was just saying I'm more hands on. So like don't get me wrong, I love what we do, but it was like more delivering, because I feel like when I started, I didn't have the help. Like I feel like I was just always on
Yeah.
YouTube. Like when it comes to studio lighting and retouching. So like those are the things I really hit on during my mentorship and getting hands.
Yeah, and you know I love it because over in Elevate we are business. I mean, we're gonna talk a little photography. We're gonna talk, image critiques, off camera flashing. Kim, I want you to talk next, too. But we're gonna talk photography because that's what photographers do. We're gonna shoot when we get together, because that's what photographers love to do. But Elevate is a program to literally elevate and transform your business and to create a confident CEO, right? So thinking about marketing, strategies, we're thinking about messaging, clients, pricing, business finance, systems, like all of that type of stuff to just like make you feel confident as the business owner. So it's Denisha's hands on. She got the studio. I'm busy. You need all of it. Like, let's be honest. Like, you need all of it. It's not a one thing, one size fits all type of thing. Like, as an entrepreneur, we weren't taught. Like, no one teaches like how to run a business for real, right? You're just looking at other people and you seeing what other people are doing, which is not always the best idea to look at everybody else and try to make your own business model like that. I think that you have to seek out. That's why I asked y'all, like, how did you know you needed help? Because sometimes people aren't even clear on the help that they need.
Mm-hmm.
They know something's not working. They know they want to see growth and success in a new way, but they don't take the time to say, well, what is it, what's off. And so really just kind of getting clear on the goal, like what do you want to do, and then where are you stalled, and what do you need help with. Really get real, and then go seek that help, because you're gonna end up winning and getting to your end goal just faster. You're going to get there more confidently, and you're gonna feel good. Like my biggest thing about with all of the girls in Elevate is like, I want y'all to feel good about whatever we come up with together. I want it to feel good, because when it feels good, you can sell it. You can talk about it. You can get on the consultations, and you say the price and you say it with your chest, and then you just let it be,
Just
because you know
yeah, yeah. It
what
was
you
plenty of
laugh at.
cause I you certainly like it be those times like are you comfortable with it? No, like the prices, baby.
Yep. And I'm like, well,
We went
what are
through
we
we went
comfortable
through
with?
some
Like,
work.
what do we want to do? Yeah. Like, we can talk numbers all day, and I can tell you what you think you should do, but you got to feel it. You got to feel it, because you don't want to selling it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I still have my thoughts about some things, Denisha girl, because the work is
I
giving
I
fifteen
already
thousand
know.
dollars. But we gonna let it be. So if you're on here and y'all need design work and photography like that, y'all better go holler at Denisha. You ain't gonna see nobody that's gonna be able to put together a duo in photography and design. It just it's giving unicorn, and I've always said that. I've always told you that. So okay, Kim. What was my initial question, y'all? I
I
forgot. My
think it
brain.
was it purpose?
Yes,
I could be
yes,
wrong. I
ma'am.
don't
Thank
know.
you
I
for
don't
that.
pivot it.
Come back to yes. So
Okay.
your purpose, like how your purpose has really like shown its face in your business.
Yeah. So I was a child of various households having, divorced parents and all that good stuff. And when I look to my mom's side, my dad's side, when they remarried and I had step parents and all that, we never got family photos. And I used to always ask, like I've seen, my mom was an only child, so them getting photos. I used to always look at this one photo of my mom, my grandmother, and my great grandmother when she was still living, and I always wanted to recreate it. And every few years, I would ask my mom, "Can we please do generational photos? Can we please do?" And there was always some excuse. And so, unfortunately, my great grandmother had passed, and so couldn't do it. I tried to recreate it for myself, my mom, my grandmother. My grandmother's not cooperative, and so I just always think of. I know no one wants to say this, but eventually people are going to die, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, how do you have something tangible to hold on to? One of the things that hurt a lot when I was grieving my stepfather and my great grandmother, I had limited amounts of photos to look through with me in them. I had tons to look at them when they were, going through life and all that stuff before I was even a thought of, but just me with them. We didn't do family photos when my stepfather was alive. We took like one at the wedding. I can hardly find the actual physical copy. I have a few with my great grandmother, but like it's frustrating to only have images to look back at, and you
Yeah.
realize you actually don't have that many. I think of my childhood, like when my brother and I are very close in age. We're 18 months apart. So I'm sure for my mother, that was a lot to get two kids in a stroller and photograph them every so often. But looking back, it's like, dag, my brother has so many more photos than I do because he was the first child. He got all the things. And so I know kind of what irritate how
Mm-hmm.
much that irritates me as a child of
Yeah.
it. And so I really want to create that space for the families that I serve. I think that there's so many barriers to doing family photos and documenting a family's legacy. And so I really want to be that service provider that really limits those barriers and then kind of fills in the gaps for whatever those barriers are, whether that be finding a location, determining outfits, figuring out how the heck are you going to get your kids to cooperate. On terms of the wedding tip, that's kind of like obvious, right? Your wedding is that one day you don't get back.
Mm-hmm.
Choose the right person to photograph
Yeah.
it. My cousin went through an experience where she looked back at her wedding gallery and she was not pleased. And so that's one day she can never get that back. And so, how do we
Yes.
optimize to make sure, because weddings are expensive. And so, making sure your money is going to a photographer that will deliver the very thing that you asked for, and more importantly, that you paid for.
Yes.
So, different whys, but they all kind of fall under that same umbrella.
Oh, Kim, I love that. I love that. And like sometimes when we desire certain things, when we look back on our childhood and we desire certain things, but now we get to be the person to bring it to life for someone else. I mean, we know the importance of photography. I
Mhm.
mean, like photos literally are everything. They're
Yeah.
everything. Once it's all said and done, we're all gonna leave this earth. But when you can like leave something tangible, that is literally a moment in time, and it could be someone's most cherished
Hmm.
item. Like it's not the expensive this, the bag,
Yep.
shoes, car, how, all that. It's this photo, right? And so I'll talk a little bit about my purpose when in photography. So as a wedding photographer, my parents' wedding photographer was a fraud, right? So that was back in the day. It was with film, and he faked it. So he faked like he had film in the camera and whatever, whatever, and shot it, and then they never heard from this man ever again,
I
right?
never knew this.
That yes. So my dad, my mom and dad, I grew up hearing this story. Your mama cried for months on end. I couldn't get her to stop crying because those people that were in the room, some of those people, a couple years later, passed away. My dad's dad, her mom passed away before I was born, and so I remember on her 60th birthday, one of her college girlfriends and sorority sister came and brought her some photos. I think they had 3 photos. And this was from something they took in the audience. And it was just like a couple of pictures of their wedding day from their audience perspective. And my mom just, boohoo cried. So for me, I've always loved photography since I was a kid. Like I always would be obsessed with collages and getting stuff printed. But when I kind of found this wedding lane, like I just was so driven to never be the photographer that would fraud anybody. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I'm always thinking about the family in the room, the grandparents, the siblings, the aunts, the cousins, because I know how deep that hurt my mom. I mean, I just had that was the story I grew up with all my life, is that our wedding photographer was a fraud and your mama wouldn't stop crying for 4 months straight. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? So that was a big part of my why as a photographer. And then my big part of my why as a coach was that I would find myself in rooms and in programs and in spaces where I was learning, but I was probably like the only person that looks like
Mhm.
me, right? And that I was learning from someone that didn't necessarily look like me in ethnicity, and they didn't serve the people that I serve in ethnicity. And we know a lot of what we do is cultural, especially
Mhm.
weddings,
Yeah.
even family photos, like there's a cultural aspect. Sorry, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, my phone rang. Let me um
The last thing you said was cultural aspect. I
Yes,
didn't
there's
finish.
a cultural aspect to weddings. There's a cultural aspect to a lot of what we do. And so I would find myself in programs and things with people, and they just didn't look like me, and they didn't necessarily have that care. Right. And so I knew that I wanted to provide a space for Black women, for women creatives to be able to be seen, to be cared for, and to truly level up. And so, and also so that they can like, know that I get where you're coming from. Like I even get the type of people we're trying to serve. There's a way to, there's a way to talk, right? And now
Mhm.
we know that to be true, but sometimes it's hard when you're in spaces. And then also I've been in programs where they called me Rhea.
Mhm.
I'm paying this
Mhm.
person so much money, way a lot of money, and they're calling me Rhea, and that's not my name. My name is Ray. You know what I'm saying? And every time I kind of raised my hand to talk, I had to remind them of what I did and who I did it for. It was just like
Hmm.
there was that lack of care and integrity. And I just was like, I will never be that. I'm always going to celebrate my people. I don't care if you went out and made, I don't care. If you got to win, we got to win and we're going to celebrate. And I want to know you. I want to know what drives you. I want to know the people around you that support you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just always wanted to be a representation of what's possible beyond me, like beyond me. Right. And so that's my piece behind Elevate is just like a place where you really can level up and grow for real. We do stuff real time over here,
Hmm.
but then also that just to know that, I care about you. I care about you as a woman. I care about you as a human. And it like if something happens, because stuff happens, you always have somebody that you can call and lean on, like whatever. Like it's I just I y'all know I mean that when I say that from the bottom of my heart, you know what I'm saying? Because stuff happens and we go through a lot as service providers. So that's my purpose. That's a lot of my purpose behind what I do. And yeah, so that is mine. Okay, so y'all, I gotta get off here because we gotta have a call. We have a call in a little bit. But I want you to quickly like just share, like if someone was kind of on the fence, and so right now I want people to sign up to the webinar is totally free. I think that is the
Oh
best
yeah.
place for you to sign up, come get these gems. I'm going to be teaching my butt off on this training, right? So we'll talk about pricing, we'll talk about authenticity and personality, we'll talk about processes, but I will be talking more about Elevate, and some of you all might be on there, and you can chit chat with them in the chat or whatever. So join the webinar, but soon I will be opening the enrollment for Elevate for the 2025 year. And I understand that signing up for a program that's 12 months long, you know what I'm saying, with this woman off the internet, and the cost of it could be like, okay, girl, I don't know about this, but y'all did it. And not only did you do it, you found success in it, and you
Yep.
got your ROI, and you've transformed as women, as CEOs. So if someone was on the fence about joining Elevate, what would you suggest to them?
Make the investment.
Period.
Period.
Drop the
That's
mic.
uh, I mean, that's all you can say. If the program works, but let me be clear, you got to do the work.
Come on.
Like that's a big part of it. Like she's gonna hold your hand, help you, but you got to do the work. And once you do the work, like everything else just falls in place. So if I say anything, it's make the investment. It's worth it.
Yeah. You got to do the work regardless. You got to do the work without me or with me. So I'm like, you might as well just
Well,
go on and
I,
do the work with somebody by your side.
yeah, but some
Yes,
people on social media now feel like they
yes.
can go look and just do this and copy these people's strategy, like to see the
Mhm.
stuff and feel like it's gonna happen. No, like you got to put in the work.
Yeah, I agree. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. Love that you said that. So make the investment. What you got, Kim?
Yeah, I'm all about use your discernment. I am about checking people by their fruits. And I was very privileged in the space that I kind of knew people around you that have joined Elevate.
Yeah,
So seeing through like, oh yeah, I remember I used to follow them, and oh my God, look at where they are now. That was kind of like the wait, this has to work, because I remember when that particular photographer a few years ago, where they were, look at how the business is booming. So look at the fruit. I think Denisha and I have grown a lot in the time that we've got to know you. So if our testimony is not enough, keep doing your digging, because it is fail proof. Like Denisha said, be prepared to work. And let me just add this: you get what you pay for. Yes, there's gonna be somebody out here that might do something similar, cheaper, but that's just that they're gonna give you the cheaper product, right?
Not pay attention
I
to
was
you.
someone, yeah, where no lie, like I was on the fence because of cost. Y'all, I am a whole teacher
in her 20s, honey.
in
In her
my
20s. Let me say this:
20s.
when like that's how I know that like I love working with people that are gonna do
Yeah.
it, because if you can be in your 20s as a teacher and still make this thing shake, anybody can do it. It's up to you. It's really up to you.
Yeah. I'm on a teacher salary.
Yep.
paying in one of the most expensive cities in the freaking US.
Yes.
If I can make this work financially, baby, please don't tell me nothing about finances because it's an investment. I'm a teacher at heart. Education is my thing. And I know the investment that I put in getting my degrees, I'll make the investment for my business. And just like I got that ROI in getting a degree and getting running back and getting another one, I got the ROI making the investment for my business.
Yes.
That's all I got.
Yes. That's it. That's
You
it.
get what you
And
pay for.
listen,
So what we doing?
what we doing? What we doing? Yeah, I love that. I love that. Denisha, were you about to say something?
Mm,
Okay.
I'm
She's like, I'm done. I'm done. First of all, I love this so much. I love both of you all so much. And just am truly like just honored that God would allow me to be able to be a part of y'all's journey in this way. And to hold space for you and to watch y'all just transform and blossom and hopefully you blow on your own mind because and it's we just getting started. I don't want y'all to forget that. We just getting started. There's so much more that is going to be available to you and coming to you just off of you being diligent and doing the work. Everybody ain't cut, everybody ain't able, you know what I'm saying? And so thank you so much for coming on this live with me. I know that reluctantly Denisha did not want to come, but she's here. And Kim is down for all of my things, okay? Kim is my, listen, that's my girl right there, okay? Period. So, no, thank y'all so much. And yeah, if you are here and you're a photographer, I really, really, really want you to join the webinar. It's going down on Thursday, 2 days, y'all, 2 days, free webinar. Come and meet me there. And then I'll see you on the inside of the room.
And it's free. Like, are you kidding me?
It's
You
free.
get a taste for free. Like, think of it like a free Chipotle sample. It's
And
free.
who doesn't
not Chipotle.
love Chipotle? Y'all
It,
remember when Chipotle
it's
first came
free.
out?
Yeah.
Obsessed. I was obsessed. Like, who
Just
doesn't love
go.
Chipotle? Like, but no,
In
seriously,
for a treat.
you're going to get so much more than what you could probably even imagine. And I'm gonna be talking about pricing, and a lot of y'all need to be coming and get this price. It's virtual. It's totally virtual. Okay, the webinar. It's in a Zoom room. Just sign up. The link is in my bio, or you can DM me the word webinar. I wish I had mini chat, but my Facebook is hacked, so I don't have mini chat, but the link is in my bio, or come and holler at me, say, hey, I saw the live with Denisha and Kim. Like I want to be at the free training. I'll send the link over to you. But yeah, totally free. And I'm just gonna be breaking it all the things down when it comes to personality, processes, and pricing. And giving you a nice taste of the heat that these ladies have endured for a very long time with me. So no, for real, thank y'all so much. It's 6 p.m. Central, RM photography, 6 p.m. Central, or 7 p.m. Eastern. It's a Zoom link. I hope you can make it live because I have some amazing bonuses and giveaways I'm gonna be doing. But if not, you will be able to get the replay. So just still sign up. And yeah, I look forward to connecting with all the photographers. So anyway, thank y'all. I love y'all. I will
Me
talk to you
too.
guys later. I love that this thing
I
does this. Okay.
know. It's so cute.
Bye. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Talk to you
Talk
later.
soon.
Bye.